Hey, Rob Allen here with Truck Mount Forums, and now we're going to discuss the third sprayer that I was telling you about out of the 4 products from the Clean line, and you can find it in tmfshop.net. This third sprayer here is a 1.5 gallon sprayer. There's a lot of unique features about it. But remember, and I kind of want to reiterate, that whenever you're mixing up any products, especially if they're powders, make sure they're diluted well, use hot water, and use the right products in there, and to be safe. If you're working with oxidizers, which I don't recommend using them in there, but I know a lot of cleaners do, if you're going to, make sure you pump it up and you spray it out fast, and you make sure you relieve the pressure or loosen the handle, because the oxygen can build up and it can burst on you. To release the pressure, it's got a quick release. You pull this button right here, just pull this up in the air and it'll release all the pressure out of it. That's kind of cool. It's marked with the amount of gallons or ounces that are on the side of here. Generally, most people are probably working with a gallon, but this is a 1.5 gallon sprayer. It's got a nice large mouth on it, so you can open this up right here. You can really get your products in and out there without having to spill. It sits real nice and evenly. It's ergonomic. It's got a little handle holder right here, which is kind of cool. So you clip this off. It has a very, very durable nylon hose on it. And it's got this poly wand, so you can kind of bend it. It's not like the metal ones. You don't have to worry about them snapping or cracking or nothing like that. I know the guys at the factory, they'll take and bend them way over, but I don't have the nerve for that at the moment here. For the video, it's got a locking mechanism where you can lock the handle. So if you lay this down or set it here and a child walks over to it, they can't engage the product. However, I'm always cognizant and try to be careful to never have it around children. Put my products in and out of the truck to be as safe as possible. I even kind of like to mix up my products at the truck so there's no exposure to people, pets, or plants, okay? As I call it, the 3 Ps. You want to be safe whenever you're working around with chemicals, okay? All right, now, and inside of a house, I don't even use the word chemicals. Generally, I just use the word products or cleaning solutions. You can change out any types of tips you want. You can put a cone tip in there. This has a fan tip, which is probably really good if you're going to be pre-spraying carpets, some of that nature. It also has a locking mechanism in it that reverse locks, so you can kind of put it in here and it'll lock the handle in. You don't have to hold the handle the whole time when you're spraying. That's kind of cool. And also, it's very easily rebuildable. You can get all the different parts for it. As a matter of fact, we're going to, just like the other products here, there's going to be a video by Brian that's going to show you somewhat of the breakdown, how it works and how to maintain it, and some tips and tricks. That about covers it. Just remember, we went to a lot of work working with the local factory. Just happened to have a huge factory in the area that builds these things a couple of cities over, and I went over there and spent a lot of time helping them to see what really works for cleaners, what doesn't, because all of us know the frustration and the aggravation that comes along with products that don't function properly or don't last, or we don't know how to rebuild them, or they're not rebuildable. The cool thing about these is they all are, and they're just really, really fine products, and you can find them in with the Truck Mount Forum store. Well, I'm Rob Allen with Truck Mount Forums. Hope you enjoyed this video. Watch out for the next one, talking about the backpack sprayer.
This video covers the 1.5 Clean Line pump sprayer. First, let's cover the handle. You have an angled tip, which is adjustable, and a poly wand. Let's see how this is attached. Now, the poly wand is great because it's flexible and you shouldn't have any problems with it versus a metal wand. Also, there's a rubber gasket here which seals it to the handle. Now, all Clean Line products with a long poly handle comes with this angled accessory. Now, it's a matter of preference. To remove it, simply take off the tip, remove it from the wand, and reattach the tip. Let's go over the handle. One of the cool features is this locking mechanism right here. It'll prevent someone from accidentally spraying when it's pressurized. You can use it normally, or it has a hold down feature for continuous spraying. Now, the hose attaches very simply. There's a gasket that goes into, there's no moving parts there, and There's your ring, which seats directly on the handle, and you just tighten it down by hand. Let's take a look at the tank and the pump assembly. This thing is made pretty heavy duty here. Looks like it's got a nice wide mouth for adding chemical. Once we pull this thing out here, we can see that it has the pump mechanism. And it looks like there's a seal around here. Looks like they've got some grease there to help seal it. Nothing going on too much at the end here. And I like how this handle is very easy to move back and forth. It also locks into place here. Let's take a look inside. This is where the hose attaches. And we pull this off. It attaches just like it does to the handle here, except this has a tube, a feeder tube, that reaches the bottom of the tank here. And notice the gasket there. Now, a lot of these gaskets can flatten out if they are over tightened or get dried out. So there's no need to over crank any of these pieces. You just basically get it on there, and you can usually feel with your hand just a little bit snug there. No tools required. Let's see, we also have a pressure relief valve here. Now this won't allow the tank to get over full of pressure and become a problem. So we'll go ahead and reattach the top here, unlock it, give it a few pumps, and lock this back into position. What that does is allow you to carry it around. You don't have to worry about the pump mechanism coming off. As you see, there's a couple places to snap some hoses on this handle also. But it seems like it's very easy to use and pump, and pretty lightweight too. Of course, this one doesn't have any liquid in it. This pressure relief valve is something you want to do before you open it. You just simply pull up on this, and you can hear all the air coming out. And so there you have it, your 1.5 gallon clean line sprayer.